Hey everybody, welcome back to Magic Orthodoxy. My name's David, and this is a deck review. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for being here. Today, we're gonna look at a deck of cards. More specifically, we're gonna look at its marking system. That's right. So we're gonna do a deck review, but it's not gonna really be a full deck review. I really want to focus a lot of the attention on the marking system because it is so intricate, so crazy, right? I think we could spend more time on that, and that's probably why you're here. But typically I do a deck review every single Monday. Every Monday I do deck reviews because I love playing cards, and I love Magic, and I love card Magic, and of course we use playing cards for playing card Magic. And so Mondays I usually do a deck review, and then Tuesdays through Friday I do Magic reviews every single day. Lately I've even been doing reviews over on the weekend, and I do this for you guys, really. I do this for you so that you get to see exactly what your money gets you before you spend it. And there's lots of other great review channels out there on YouTube doing both Magic reviews and deck reviews. You should be watching them. You should watch them. Always get a second, third, or fourth opinion before you spend your money. So if you want to encourage me, hit me up with a like, hit me up with a subscribe, clickety-clack, all the buttons, you know what to do. Today, we're looking at the Bicycle 1900 playing cards. This is the red edition, and it's also the 1900, all right? Let's be clear, 1900 red edition. These cards look like they've been weathered and abused and exposed to every element that they've experienced every second of the last 100 years. But joke's on you, it's a brand new deck. It's a brand new deck designed to look like a vintage deck. The tuck case is made to look vintage as well. It says Bicycle up at the top, and you can see the off-white and brown weathering that exists all around. You got a large spade pip there in the center with a lot of scroll work. It says Series 1900 playing cards. One side says Classic Crush Stock made in the USA. The other side says the Illusionist Playing Card Company. The bottom has some ad copy and a UPC. The top says Riderback Series 1900, and you have a vintage tuck seal. And the back design, of course, is the back design of the cards. The large tongue flap has some more ad copy, and the two tiny tongue flaps, one side says Cool California, and the other side is the Illusionist logo. That's everything I can say about the tuck case. Let's break it open. Let's look at these cards. These cards, of course, are printed from the United States Playing Card Company, aka Bicycle. Makes the best cards on the planet. With this deck, you're gonna get two extra cards. One is an advertisement card for Illusionist, and the other is a double backer. One side red, one side blue. Also with this deck, you'll get two original Jokers. Now these are not the Bicycle Jokers. This is a jester atop two barrels, and he is smoking a cigar. One Joker at the bottom says The Smoke Break, and the other says Of Spades 3. So that would make it a 3 of Spades card reveal. Great for magic tricks. Your Ace of Spades has the Bicycle logo at the top, that large spade pip that we saw on the front of the tuck case. Underneath that, it says the United States Playing Card Company, designed by Illusionist. Your pips and indice cards are standard. Blacks are black, reds are red. Layout, everything is like you expect. Your court cards are standard as well, standard Bicycle, and they have black borders. But you don't care about any of that. You don't care about any of that because you've seen a Bicycle deck. You know what they look like. You say, hey, get to the marking system. Get to the marking system. All right, these cards are marked for suit and value, suit and value. And of course, I will do my best to show it to you on the screen. However, once you pick up your deck, I would advise you to do a couple of things. First, group all your cards into suits. Group them all into suits, and then notice what the differences are between the suits. So look at the clubs, look at that back, look at the spades, and then find something that works for you, okay? Find some sort of telltale sign that works for you. Say, oh, you know, when I see that brown smudge or when I see that scratch, I'll know it's a X, okay? After you do that, then regroup everything into value, right? Ace through king. And then look at each value, and then again, do the same thing. Gravitate onto some sort of smudge or scratch that's gonna make a burning mental note in your head like, oh, that's what that is, because this is not a reader back. This is not a reader back. So there's no numbers on the back, there's no letters on the back, nothing spelled out. This is a marked back. Marks are hidden Okay, marks are hidden and should never be seen by a spectator. They should never even be aware that the cards are marked to begin with. But markings take more time for you. You need to memorize the marking system, which makes them highly deceptive, right? But more effort on your part. Okay, the first thing we're gonna look at is suits, clubs, hearts, spades, diamonds. I put these in chased order for you, and they're going from top to bottom. And what you're looking at with the suits are the brown smudgings around the edges, okay? So you're looking at brown smudgings around the edges. You're not looking at white scratches, okay? Don't look at white scratches, that'll throw you off. Brown smudgings, okay? Clubs at the top, then hearts, then spades, then diamonds. So really what you're seeing with the clubs is a very light brown that comes down the card. You have a dark edge at the top, but then as it starts to come down, it's very, very, very light. With the hearts, it's kind of a medium all throughout, right? It's kind of a medium grade throughout the entire thing. The spades probably has the most darkness at the top. So the card that has the most darkness and the most heavy lines coming down, that's the spades. And then the diamonds seems to have the lightest amount of brown, and maybe just like one little brown swoosh line that goes through the lightness. Now we're going to go through the number cards, and again what I've done is I've grouped all the number cards together. So all the aces, all the twos, all the threes, and I'm going to show them to you as best as I can. You're looking at the white scratch marks that are in the upper left and top of the card. So with the aces, you can see there's some sort of like upside down cross. See that line in the corner and then the diagonal line that comes off of it? That is the ace. With the two, you're going to notice on the left side there are two white lines that come off the upper left. So one line is going up, one line is going down. With the three, you almost have a K or a backwards Y up in the corner. You see that? With a large white stripe coming down and then a little white hook coming off the right side of it. With the four, there's a tiny white line coming down off the top left. You see that? It's really faint. And with the four, there's really not much else there. With the five, there's kind of like an H up at the top. Do you see that? With a large line bisecting the two shorter lines. With the six, there's one white line that cuts right through the upper left corner. From the left side, it cuts right through that corner and up to the top. With the seven, there's two white lines. One is on the corner itself, and the second one cuts through the red corner deeply. There's two white stripes at the top left, you see that, and you follow them down, and that makes a 7. With the 8, in the upper left corner, there's two white lines. There's one large white line that's cutting through the red left corner, and then there's a little white line right next to it. With the 9, there is one white line that cuts down through the upper left corner and goes all the way to about half the card. You see that? It's up there on the top in the upper left, right near the edge, and then it cuts through that corner and then pops out the left side and goes all the way to the edge. With the 10, I can see that H pattern up at the top again, but the middle bar seems a little bit more pronounced and the two shorter bars seem more gray, but then there's also another X over on the left side of the card. So there's that large H at the top and then the X on the side. The Jack has really faint scratches in the upper left. There's a long white line and then two little short lines coming off the top of it, but it is very, 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 very faint. The Queen's markings are in a little different spot. They're almost right in the middle of the card at the top. There's a kind of white hash mark that comes down off the top, and then a tiny little one that jettisons out from the corner. With the King, you get large white stripes on the left side, a short one, and then one that bisects the corner, and then one that cuts the corner deeply. So 3 really big, bold white stripes. All right, that's everything for the marking system, but of course, I probably missed something. You probably noticed something that I didn't. And if you have the deck, you probably have a way that works for you. And that's great. That's what you should do. Don't go based on what I just showed you. Okay, my explanation is not the end-all, end-all, and it is certainly not the official marking system from Illusionist. I'm just telling you where your eye should look, okay? You look in that corner, like I said, you look up in the brown, you look up at the white scratches, and begin to memorize what the backs of the cards look like. That's really what you have to do. You have to memorize 13 back designs and be able to look at that and say that is the 5. And then by looking at the brown edging or on the edge outside, you say, oh, that's the marking system for the clubs. Okay, so there is a lot to memorize. I don't know if there's a simple way to do this. I don't. If you know that there's a simple way to do this, tell us in the comment section below. I'm sure we'd all love to hear it. That's everything I can say about the Bicycle 1900 playing cards from Illusionist.com. I want to thank Geraint Clark and everyone down at Illusionist for allowing me to have this deck so that I could do the review for you. And if you'd like to purchase it for yourself, you can find it at Illusionist.com. Thanks, guys. I'll see you next time. Bye.